All right, we're over here at this Pro Nuke. I didn't light a smoker. Might be a mistake, we'll see. All I'm doing is taking the queen out of here, and so I didn't want to light a smoker just for a couple minutes of work. I'm going to glove up initially until I find the frame the queen's on, and then once I find that, I'll take a glove off to pick her up. It's just easier to pick her up without a glove. And I'm going to put her into this cage here. This is the cage that one of my other queens shipped in last week, so I'll also try to get a couple of attendants in there. I've never grabbed worker bees before and moved them. I've grabbed several queens, but never a worker bee. So we'll see how that goes. Probably don't need attendants because she's only going to be in that cage for about 12 hours, and I'm going to take her into the house. It's pretty hot today. We just had 3 days of rain straight, heavy rain. But the forecast looks good for the foreseeable future, and we are just about to get into our major flow, so the timing of the rain was perfect. All right, let's pop this open. They're drawing some burr comb over here. A little bit wonky. Most of the bees are over here. That's where they were last time. They haven't even started messing with these frames over here on the other edge. But they did draw at least one frame, maybe 2 frames of this Premier foundation. Also got some better comb here. I don't think they've started messing with it yet. They started attaching it around the sides, so reforming it to the way they like, but they're not putting anything in it. There's another foundation here that they haven't started drawing. Oh, they did start drawing it a little bit. But again, they're getting kind of wonky with it, so I'm gonna have to scrape that off. Let them fix it. Storing some sugar syrup in there because I've been feeding them, so. Okay. Queen should be on one of these 2 frames here. Lots of eggs. Bring this around. So this is that swarm I caught last week. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, you can see it. All of those cells have eggs in them. See if we can find her on this frame. This is also Premier Foundation that I just put in here last week, so they drew out this, mostly that whole side, 75% of that side, and then I think that other frame over there is pretty much all the way drawn out. We'll go to it next. I don't see her on there, so let's check the next one. Bringing in some pollen too. Lots of pearly white larvae there in the middle. Eggs around the outside. Pollen. They're just sliding over here on this side. I don't know if you see that, like a avalanche of bees. Here's that wonky comb right there. I'm not sure what that is all about. All right, Queen, where you at? There she is. All right, so I found the Queen. She's right here. So I'm going to take her off this frame. And I'm going to mark her. Clip her wing. There we go. So I don't love doing this with gloves on, but the bees are a little angry because it's late in the evening, but I've got her right here. I got her in the hand I don't like to have her in. So I'm going to come over here. Got her marked. Okay, I'm going to take and clip her wing here. Just the tip. Come on, I got a bee that's trying to get me. I got her marked, got her wing clipped, and I got her in here. I had to walk away from the hive because the bees were trying to tag my hands, and I ended up taking my glove off so that I could have better control over her, but she's good. All right, I got 2. That's good enough. All right, so Queen's in there with 2 attendants. So that'll focus. There we go. She's kind of hard to see, but okay. All right, I'm going to put this back together, and this is going to be combined over there here in just a few minutes. Going across the yard over here to grab that nuke that's now queenless, this pro nuke. I'm going to bring it over here so we can combine it with that license 6 frame you see in the middle there. It is late in the evening, so there will be more foragers out here. There are not as many foragers that are still out. Most of them should be back home by now, but there will still be some that are going to show up and be confused. My hope is that they will just go into that 2-frame nuke that was next to this and strengthen that up a little bit. But these bees can't stay in this pro nuke much longer. It's getting too hot. I'm going to set it right up here on this hive. Okay. All right, so let's get this opened up. Got to get the feeder off the top and then throw this newspaper over it. So let me get that newspaper prepped. Honestly, I've never done a newspaper combine, and I don't really know how many layers I'm supposed to do. So, wow, that fits perfect, just like that. So I think I'm just going to do that. That's man, it's a lot of pages, like 6 pages. So I might take some of that out. Let's do that, and we'll make it 4 pages of thickness there. So it fits perfectly, actually, just like that. Make sure the queen's not on the bottom of it, because she will get killed, most likely, since she would be above the newspaper. Yeah, I don't see her. Okay, I'm going to set this down. Okay, I'm not going to do a full inspection on them. I'm not going to mess with them. Probably do it next weekend, or maybe Monday. Monday we have a holiday, so that'll give it, today's Friday, so Saturday, Sunday, so 3 days to get through this. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to make some, just poke some holes in it. Fill around for the spaces, like that. So I'm just jabbing the hive tool in there and just making slits. Don't know how many. I don't know if there's like a certain number you're supposed to do. I'm just kind of being random here. I think the idea is that it just slowly brings them together. They can, you know, use their tongues to get to each other, pass that queen pheromone around. And it shouldn't make this hive up here, they shouldn't start emergency cells doing this this method, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know how it goes. This is an experiment for me because I've never, like I said, I've never personally done this. Now that's locked in. Okay, so now I'm going to open up this Pro Nuke and start putting frames over. So one of the first things I'll do is shake some bees in off this lid. Okay. I'm going to make sure not to break up the brood nest here. So there are 2 brood frames. They're going to go right in the middle. And there's a lot of bees on this frame. They're going to have to move as I'm dropping this in. Okay. Push these together to where they're pretty even. Okay, there's a good amount of bees still in this box, so like I said, I imagine that this feeder will be gone by the time I check this on Monday, because these bees are going to consume that, and they have a good amount of brood up there. So, all right, everyone, we got that done. Got the newspaper in here. That bees that were in the Pro Nuke are in this top box. Made the slits in here. Hopefully they'll combine nicely. I'm going to come back in 3 days, and that's where this video will pick back up on Monday, and we will take a look inside and see how things are going. See you then. All right, guys, we are back. It's been a couple of days since we put that newspaper in there to do that to combine them, and so we're going to open it up and see if they have joined together without any issues. Also going to probably switch them into a different hive if there's room. Oh yeah, there's plenty of room. So I won't put that on video, but I am going to take these 12 frames and put them into a 10 frame license, and then I'm going to take the bottom 6 frame of this and take it over there for that 2 frame, because they're outgrowing that 2 frame, so I don't want them to try to swarm. So I'm going to put these 12 frames down into a 10 frame, take 2 of the frames out of this, put them into here, because this was an 8 frame. It was just double stacked, 4 on each side, or sorry, 4 on top of each other just on one side. I have already taken those 4 out of the top, put them down with the 4 in the bottom, taking the divider out, so I need 2 frames for here. So it works out perfect. I got 12 frames here. I need to reduce it to 10. Take the 2 extras from here, put them into here. Take this 6 frame body, take it over there, and put it into that 2 frame mating nuke that's over there. So, all right, let's get started. See what it looks like. Oh yeah, so it's been chewed through. Let me pick this up and kind of show you. So, let me see here. Put them up there for now. So yeah, you can see the paper here has been chewed through quite a bit, actually. Let me lift it. So they ate out most of the middle of it. So now all I got to do is find the queen, make sure she's still good. Let's go look for a queen. She could be in that top box, but we'll start down here. All right, we have lots of eggs, so looks like the combining was pretty successful, and these are all like day-old eggs, like they're sticking straight up. So I think she laid them recently. I would still like to kind of get eyes on her if I can. I got to go through these frames anyway so that I can sort them for this 10 frame layout they're going to be in. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to go get that other box. We've already seen that this combination works successfully, combining them together. That was the 2 colonies. Using the newspaper seemed to work. You guys don't have to watch me switch them to a new box. That's something you've all seen before. So I am going to get that done. Thank you guys for joining me for this video, and we'll see you in the next one.